guys, welcome to my vlog. Today, I'm going to be talking about episode 8 of season 15 of Deadliest Catch. At the beginning of the show, it showed some highlights from the last episode, and then it went to the saga, briefly showing them offloading their 70,000+ pounds of Opelio crab, and then it went to the wizard, Monty at the helm. Wizard, they're doing okay with the Opelio crab. They were getting like under 186 Baird Eye crab per pot to hit their 140,000 pounds of Baird Eye crab quota. And so they're going through their gear. It's okay, it's okay. Towards the end of their string, they're getting 100 to 200+ Baird Eye crab. They fill their tanks and get their 140,000 pounds of Baird Eye quota, and Monty and the crew head back to port, and Captain Keith's waiting for them there on dock, and Keith takes Monty to the airport so Monty can fly home and see their dad, who is not doing very well. That happened, and then it went to the southern wind, and it showed them loading up their boat with pots to go out Opelio fishing. They showed that, and then they showed the Brenna A, and the Brenna A was just getting ready to go, and they were loading pots, and Zach, who's the engineer on the Brenna A, and Wild Bill's son, he was testing their bilge pump to see how it would work. The bilge pump smoke and catch on fire, so they had to deal with that, and they had to get a new bilge pump, which was $5,000 for a brand new one. So they got that fixed. On the southern wind, Captain Harley, he brought his nephew, who he had just met a couple months ago at his dad's funeral, and Captain Harley had never met his dad in person until a couple months ago, and he met his nephew at his dad's funeral. So Harley got to meet his dad and know him for a couple months, and so he brought his nephew on to Greenhorn and learn how to fish crab and learn about his dad and hear stories from his nephew. And they did an initiation to welcome him on board the Southern Wind, and they had him crawl into a pot while they were in port, and they walked him in it, and they threw eggs and flower bombs at him. It was just really funny. So that was how they welcomed him to the crew. And then they go crabbing, and they set their pots, and then they come back to them, and they're getting like 45 Opelio crab per pot, which is like 45 to 35, which is not very good. They were in a lot of smalls, which they can't keep, because if they keep any smalls or female crab, that is illegal. They need to keep the crabbing industry plentiful and small crab. Towards the end of their string, they start getting 100 to 200 Opelio crab per pot, which is good. So that's going on in Summer Bay in port at Dutch Harbor, and they lost a lot of their crew from the last season, so they're bringing in people to see who they want to hire, and they brought in a guy who used to be on the Wizard and the Cornelia Marie, and they interviewed him. Travis, they hired him, and they hired some other experienced fishermen. The Brenna A, they are going to load up their pots, and Nick is, the Summer Bay is just a couple docks down from where the Brenna A is loading up their pot. Nick is helping the Brenna A is coming in to get their pots. So Nick sees that, and he comes over and he helps them get the line, try and attach the line so the boat is won't become undocked, and while he's helping, he slips and he sprains his ankle badly, and he calls Bill, and Bill is not very happy, but they get him checked out, and he's got a badly sprained ankle, but he can work through it. So, and then on the salty takes, the Brenna A had a stowaway. This guy from Japan, he somehow got on the Brenna A and was in one of their holding bays where they store a lot of their shots, which is rope for their pots, and he had one of those coils around his shoulder, and so that was pretty funny. And they found out that he had too much to drink, so gave him some food and water, and they got him off the boat. That is the first time that has happened on Deadliest Catch, and probably maybe not the first time, but it's probably happened in the past, but it was never on Deadliest Catch. So I hope you guys enjoyed my review of episode 8 of season 15 of Deadliest Catch. Also, please share this video with your friends and family, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you ain't dreaming, you ain't living. Don't forget to dream big.